because it's guaranteed to land it later. Or Salazzle later. Because you have a 10% chance of running into a female. Why did you see my character behind her? Hang on one second. There. Did not think that that was gonna spawn down in here. Give that to Mushu. Give that to Roger. And I think he's gonna get a heck of a stat boost if she lives to become a Crobat. She wants to evolve so bad, but I don't have the national deck, so she can't. That's gonna happen every single time she levels now. My poor Ree. Oh, poor Ree. Casual.
Hi, Archer.
Casual. I know you're laughing at the look you just saw on my face as I read that. Shame. Shame on you, my dude. I need a timeout box for y'all's avatars, but you'll just yeet yourselves out of it. Okay, Lottie. Okay, I lived kind of. I'm gonna have to risk losing Lottie here, though. I have to heal somebody. I forgot how cracked his Vigoroth is. Okay, that loses Lottie. So that's our third official death. And let me have, like, 14 of those. And, like, 30 of these. Oh no, Boa! You're gonna have fun counting that one. That's literally every single thing on the screen. I'm clipping that. Oh no. Yup! Ah! I have to get a whole new team! I have so much training to do! Oh, I still have Pokemon in the PC. So here's the problem. I have to train a whole new team. They're all dead! Hang on. This Chansey is hurting me and then healing me. Does that make Chansey a dom in this situation? No. I know I have a surplus of gunpowder. Where is it? Adventure finds. There it is. Okay, stone. Random dorite. Nope, wood. I have them labeled. Suggestion, Axolotl. Maybe. If I'm lucky enough. If I'm lucky enough, I will find an Axolotl. We're not gonna talk about the bucket of salmon, okay?
I get through the 300 eggs. I could just pull my pulse. I know I had exactly one encounter before I started this timer. Oh my god! I'm sorry! Hi buddy! I'm gonna have to name you Chopper!
Saw that. Oh god, there's so much going on! Why? Oh my god. Is it done yet? Can my avatar work again? I think you actually broke the avatar. Oh my god. You know, I knew I was doing this today. I didn't expect that level of chaos. my god, my avatar's still recovering.
Hang on one sec, casual. Ara ara.
So they're all their standard typing. So like Pikachu's always electric. There's a Browning? But they're... I feel like the game is trolling you. Yeah. I didn't even see what I picked up there. Catch it but don't use it. I need to catch a Weedle so I can trade it for a Ho-Oh. Like, that's legit something I can do. Wow. Hello, Nink.
Hang on one sec, casual. Ara ara.
I get through the 300 eggs. I could just pull my pivot. I know I had exactly one encounter before I started this help this timer. Oh my god! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Hi, buddy! I'm gonna have to name you Chopper!
Let him have it!
Ah! No! No! No!
Go, go, go!
That grunt said bet!
Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
Oh, please someone clip that.
We should be able to recon the Covenant position without being spotted.
I'm back! I didn't die! So, I didn't play a whole lot while I was sick, because I was very, very sick. One thing I did do was I did go to class, and I actually completed all the classes. And I've worked on the Pokedex. I'm feeling much better. I still have a bit of a cough, but other than that, I can actually think and breathe, and I don't sound like I smoked 3 packs of cigarettes in one sitting. So there's that. As you can tell, our Pokedex is dumb close to being done. I know exactly which 3 Mons I'm missing, and they're gonna be painful. Because they require cooperation. But other than that, we're good. Like I said, tonight we are going to go ahead and actually do the challenge of revisiting the gyms. So we're going to work on post-game, because obviously I've been avoiding post-game. That was a weird animation. I have not found any new shinies. I still don't have the shiny charm. And I still haven't really used sandwiches. I had to use the grass, like, encounter sandwich. Where's the Gimmighoul? Where are you at? There you are. For, getting Applin to spawn, because that sucker did not want to spawn in. I cannot tell you the number of trees I rammed and got a pine cone instead of an Applin. Also, if it's on the ground, it's probably not an Applin, it's probably a Zorua. I learned that one the hard way. Like, there's one very obviously bigger than the rest. I've been grinding out the Chanseys. Fair enough, I have access to Area 0, so whenever I needed to level something up for, like, to evolve it for the Pokedex, I just went to Area 0 and was beating up the level 55 Chanseys. Which is, that's why Nora is now 10 levels higher than everybody else, because she was the one doing the, Chansey executions. Which, yes, Nora has her name, so half of our party is named, the other half is not. And it's because I can't think of good names for them. Suffice to say, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be over-leveled for the leaders, and I apologize. Oh, that reminds me. I'm over-leveling for the Elite Four. The Elite Four wasn't bad. Did I not? I'm using a Switch controller, not an Xbox controller. Come on, brain. Catch up. Not that one. This one? I think is where they're at. Okay, so an ability capsule is allows a Pokemon to switch its current ability to the other ability its species can have. So I found out Teddy can have Water Absorb as an ability instead of Poison Point. So I'm gonna hope this gives me Water Absorb. Yes! Okay, fixed that problem. Finally, Teddy is no longer weak to water. He absorbs its power instead. And Poison Point would no longer kill the legendaries that I'm trying to capture. I may or may not have to reset for one legendary about 7 times because of Poison Point. So I don't know if I have to redo the tests. Hello there, my name is Katie and I'm the owner of the Patisserie Soapberry. Oh, the new champion everyone is talking about? Is it actually you, sweetie? Yep. I'm not dead, I promise. Hooray, I guessed correctly. I suppose that makes sense, though. You sure were strong. You really looked like you were enjoying yourself when you tried my sweet treats, too. People always like that have great potential. So you're here on the errand for the top... I swear I can read. So you're here on an errand for the top champion, are you? I completely forgot that you're supposed to be going around for inspections. Thankfully, I just happened to be here today to give cakes to my staff. Lucky me. This has to be stressful to be a gym leader and have a full-time job on top of it, because, like, the treasure hunt only happens once a year. And apparently that's when you can challenge the gyms. Let's go somewhere more suited for battling. Okay, so it doesn't look like I have to redo the tests. It's just battle them. Thank you. Is Stream Elements not connected? Now I have to test something. No, it is. No, it's not. Okay. Note to self, need to fix that later. So many updates, everything broke. How many gyms have you been to when you first came to mine? Was it your first? Yes, it was. The Kanto gym is close to the academy, so many young trainers just starting out like to come here first. With that in mind, Light Premier asked me to go soft on trainers, like a nice sponge cake. I feel sad for my sweet little bugs, though, since that means they quite often lose their battles. But opportunities like this get me excited because I can finally show my true skill. Okay, let's see how much I regret this. There is a new command for the VTuber, by the way. So, Tackle now summons an Eevee, and Pikachu is now...
Pikachu!
Volt. Because Volt Tackle. Because I had to go through and refix everything for the model earlier. Okay, so you have the Ninja Bug. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'll Ice Fang again. Yeah, I'm gonna be overleveled for this, aren't I? Heracross. Yeah, we'll switch. Yeah, Armarouge, you're still the lowest level in the party, buddy. Which is funny, because he's been on the party almost as long as Teddy has been. He's just the one that keeps getting rotated out if I need a slot to raise him on. So I wonder if all the gyms are capped at 65, or if they have their own little version of scaling still, too. Because I'm going to try to do them in the order that I challenged them originally. Okay, Fortress is fine. That's Bug Steel. My big concern is the Ace and the Terra typing. Ooh, you've Sturdy. I'm not surprised. I am surprised, however, that you did not go for the very obvious explosion. Ooh, got a crit. Okay. I'm sorry if I don't talk as much tonight. I still, like I said, occasionally have a cough. I was like, what the heck's a Spidops that I remembered? Oh, that's what the little tarantula evolved into. I've just been dodging them every time I turn around. Okay. So are you setting up the protect, or are you just silk trap? Okay, but it failed. Alright. Bug Pokemon are cool. The sad reality is fire and flying types are everywhere. Okay, so Ursaring's what you're gonna bug type. Again, I really wish their ace was their typing and then it Terra typed into something else. It would make it a lot more challenging. It also would help people comprehend how Terra typing works. Because in my mind, this doesn't really help people comprehend Terra typing. Because Terra typing, the way we originally thought it was going to work was that it was a third type added to a mon. That is not the case. It is a override of typing. Since you're still recovering, I won't abuse you tonight. No, you'll just save up points for the next time. Because hopefully another week or so and I won't have the cough anymore. The head cold came about just because we've been like 70 degrees one day and then like 30 degrees the next day or colder. And so it just ended up to me getting a head cold finally. I either think that I'm going too soft on people, maybe no good for either party. My culinary teacher, Mr. Kofu, did tell me to put more of myself into my baking after all. Oh, Kofu's the teacher at... Right. Okay, so I say I've done everything at the school. There's one thing I haven't completed yet, and it's the home ec teacher, Kofu. And the reason I haven't completed it... Yeah, Big Swings hit all of us with head colds last week. Not as bad as yours, though. Man, mine sucked, because there was 2 days of just sheer fever. Even with the meds and everything, I still was fighting to keep my fever down to where I could actually think. Wednesday I was better, but that's when all the sinus issues happened, and so I didn't have a voice. I couldn't talk for like 2 or 3 days. And when I could just sounded awful. Okay, so let's go set the destination for the next gym, which is grass. And then you up front. Come on. Alright. I could fast travel. I'm going to enjoy it, and we're going to cover some ground. And that's because, you know, never know what you find. I have you guys. I heard it. There it is. It's by the back of the truck. Apparently you can get up to like 777 coins off of a single free-roaming Gimme Ghoul. Or is it 100 with them and then 77 off of the, Yeah, if I'd been hit that hard, I would have had to go back to the hospital. I can't risk it again. Yeah. No, I had been pretty much a homebody up until that point. Like, I hadn't really gone anywhere. I'd gone to my parents for Thanksgiving. And that was about it leading up to me getting sick. It's just, wild temperature changes, man. It's a great way to guarantee you're gonna get sick. Ooh, what is shiny? Beachberry. And Cloudsucker. Last time I thought I could handle it, it's been 97 days in the hospital, not playing that game again. Yeah, fair enough. I ended up having to call one of my friends the first day I was really sick. And it was because I realized I didn't have, like, Pedialyte. And normally when I'm sick, I'm really good about keeping, like, my fluid intake up. Especially because I know I have to keep fluids in me. But I could not drink water fast enough to compete with that frickin' fever. So I was like, hey, I hate to ask, but could y'all please get me, like, some Pedialyte or something just so I could make sure I had extra electrolytes in my system. But, let me up. Do the thing. Thank you. Oh, they're Fidos. Why? Why so many mice? Ooh. Where does this go? Oh, this is the stinking... Never mind. I know where I am. That would be the Elite Four, i.e. Victory Road. Because I'm trying to skirt around the city so I don't have to deal with the loading screens. Come on, Koraidon. Be the Skyrim horse you always wanted to be. Here, get up here. There you go. Hi, Garchomp. Nice to see you're on the southern end today. Carefully skirt between the two loading screens. No! Damn it. I got too close. Oh, come on! I'm insulted. Apparently I should have gone south around the city instead of to the north. One of these days. One of these days, man. That shouldn't have been the edge of the thing. Unless I got it backwards? It doesn't matter, let me out. I'm free, and that's all that matters. Nope. Incidentally enough, the 3 mons I need have been known to spawn in raids. However, it is very rare for them. Ooh, rain. See, but I already have the Goodra, so I don't need more rain. Took forever to get rain to get that thing to evolve into the Goodra. Already battled you. Also, if you want to know about the lore of the 4 extra legendaries in this game, yes, there's 4 of them, take the history course. Ooh, substitute. The history course explains them. Well, take the history course and then talk to the history teacher outside of class. That's where you get the lore for the 4 legendaries. I got the legendaries, then I got the lore. And I was like, oh, that makes so much more sense. Because I was really confused. I think I sat through all 6 classes and did the midterms and the finals for each class last night. And it took me, I think, about an hour and a half. So not bad. Because it's 8 class sessions per class, counting the midterm and the final. So it definitely could have been worse. Cloister. Hello, Rickety. Shop it. Back down to 10 frames a second. Which, let me know if the Twitch player has some issues. I noticed people were having issues with it earlier today, so I don't know if it was Twitch, their internet, or what. Alright. Brassius, my guy. Avant-garde. You're a wolf, no? You are the artist Wolfguard. It's the champion. No. That is of no consequence. Each time I recall our artistic battle, I found myself wishing to face you once again. I'm so very glad that you are here. Praise Mother Nature. I planned to meet with the top champion today, but I've just not canceled that plan. Shall we instead talk of art together? I'm here instead of La Primera? Well, I cannot be bothered by that. I don't care what the reason is. If we can make a masterpiece together once more, then fine. Are you ready to open wide into the door of World of Art? It's a Pokemon battle, my guy. I don't know why, but Brassius, like... I get that he's an artist, but at the same time, I'm like... Seeing him expressive is weird to me. Back at the windmill. My leaping down from that windmill to appear before those who would challenge my gym lends an added depth to our battles. Okay. Though I believe I can spare my legs today, as we are sure to create my greatest masterpiece yet, even if I do not align from above. But I digress. We're both artists, are we not? We have no further use for words now. Fun. You're challenged by Gym Leader Brassius. I do not want to admit how long it took me to find a Petil and a Lilligant for this game. It took a while. It was also another sandwich. Because they did not want to spawn. Lurantis and Flormantis, oh yes. Petil and Lilligant were no. We can keep current. I have a double advantage on Baraloo. Spinning Force is a weird move. Serena, no. Man, they're both level 65. I'm gonna be really sad if all 8 gym leaders are like level 65, 67 for their mons. She actually tanked that though. And it's a cleanup move. This one's funny. So this is the Smoliv's final evolution. And it just makes me think of, bread. Like, if you've ever seen the artist's tree bread doughs. That's what it reminds me of. And I don't know why. Smog should still finish it. That's one thing I need to make more of soon is some more bread. Keep current. So Sudowoodo's still your ace? Okay. So very much still just same team, but leveled up and fully evolved. Trilawudu Part 2. My guy. So does this mean like a month before the gym challenge starts, all the gym leaders go out and they catch the same mons, but at lower levels, so they can go ahead and have mons to fight the newbie trainers with? Armarouge, I love you, but you are a glass cannon, man. Sudowoodo fainted. Man. I don't know if it's just me, but ever since Gen 2, where you started in Johto and then you went back through Kanto and you had to challenge those gym leaders, and the level curve just got ridiculously high. I keep expecting that every time. They're like, go refight the gym leaders. I'm like, you guys aren't even higher than the champions team was, or Mona's team, for that matter. Or Nemona's team. Nemona. Okay, dude. Have fun making art. Which, if you do need to farm money in this game, you can't re-challenge the Elite Four for farming money, but you can go back and redo the Team Star bases. You can do them once a day. I think they pay out roughly what the gym leaders are currently paying out. Okay. So our third gym that we did was the Vincia. And that's going to put Clodsire up front, i.e. Teddy. Is there... Okay, you're not the cafe I thought you were. Is it this one? Sorry, I'm still trying to collect all the sandwich recipes, too. And I need to get past post-game so I can access 5- and 6-star raids so I can get Herba Mystica because I need a sweet one. That's why I haven't finished the teacher's quest line yet. Nope. Okay, so I already got yours then. Why is there a Pokeball fused to the floor? Alright, we're just gonna chop that up to, we don't ask that type of question around here. Hi, Sunflora statue. Alright, on to Levincia. Oricorio. Hey, at least I don't have to redo the star bases. Which I'm still only like an hour into Violet. I've been trying to finish the Pokedex in Scarlet. Which reminds me, I still, for the living dex, for when it connects to home, I still need to breed 2 extra Sprigatitos and, or 2 extra of each starter, because I finally have all the starters. But I got time on that, because we're not supposed to be able to connect these to Pokemon Home until, like, springtime. After stream, I'll have to reconnect OBS, I guess, to Stream Elements. Hi, I know. I'm not reading your text. You're a Gita? No, she sent me. Weren't you just doing your gym test like yesterday? Yeah, I guess. Technically last week? So basically what you're telling me is that right now is the perfect time for us to... No. No, no, no. Her voice... If you've watched Cyberpunk Edgerunners, that is the voice... Like, the voice of Rebecca is what's popping in my head for her. And I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, okay, let's go fight. So, Bellybolt's your normal type, or your regular ace, and then I don't remember what your actual ace was, but I know you turn it into electric, so. Oh, she's a cool Rotom case. I think that's one you can actually get at the deli shop, too. Hi, I know. Newest champion. You've gone viral among the gym leaders? Does that include the former gym leader who's a teacher? Okay. As much as I really wanted to watch the Cyberpunk anime, I never will. Yeah, fair enough. It is most definitely not for everyone. You don't know Rockslide anymore, do you? You don't. I made you get rid of Rockslide. Poison Jab will work. Okay, Tailwind. Got a power boost. Teddy, this is why I love you. Because, dear lord, you poison things with great accuracy. I could be a jerk. I don't want to be a jerk. Water pulse. Hurricane. Okay, so it's not raining. Yeah. This hurricane's what, 70% accurate? As long as it's not raining. If it's raining, it goes up to 100%. And Teddy's not holding the cloak. Excalibur is. I love Cyberpunk, but when I took my 6-week-long nap earlier this year, my coma dreams were video games, one of them being Cyberpunk. Ah, got you. Looks right, not worried about. Yeah, I could see where that would be a problem. I don't watch a lot of television until, like, either A, I become sick, or B, like, I pretty much have nothing else to do, and I've decided to, like, take a day and just consume binge media for the day. It's weird. Far Cry and Cyberpunk are both ruined for you? Fair enough. I think next week, because I mean, at this point, keep current. I'm getting to the point with Scarlet, like, I like playing Scarlet and Violet, do not get me wrong, I love these games. But streaming them, I'm kind of like, okay, we've done the story, pretty much at this point, it's just shiny hunting, which I have a plethora of other Pokemon games I can shiny hunt in still. I still need to finish the Pumpkaboo hunt. Still don't have that one. Okay, so Tailwind's gone. I'm gonna go for a poison jab. See if I get lucky in Poison Belly Bolt. Probably not. Ha! I am one with the water finally. That's why I got rid of Poison Point. But next week we'll probably start up, because we're cleaning up God of War. We're finishing up the side of stuff there. I have the big Genshin release for 3.3 happens. I've been sure taking breaks so I don't burn out on Violet. That's fair. It's not so much that I'm burning out, it's just the fact that I don't want to sit there. And this, sir, is what we call a ban. Bye-bye! I love having a button for that now. I see the bots are making the rounds again. What was I saying? It's not that I'm burning out on them, it's just the fact that if I'm gonna shiny hunt, I'm gonna shiny hunt in other Pokemon games versus this one right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the fact that this doesn't connect to home until April. I know I'm going to play through Violet, and I'm probably going to reset my Violet file after I move everything over to Scarlet. Smagius. Switch. Yeah. Because Violet's definitely the one that I've been playing like in my own time, which is why there's only about an hour of playtime in it. Yeah, that's the yo. That's where the Rebecca comes out. Oh, wait, I just forgot. It's fine. It's the fact that I'm willing to bet that this thing has Levitate. Ooh, got the defense lowered. It's gonna hurt! It doesn't look bad to you guys, it's almost 100 damage. I'm also glad that we got our first patch update for this, but I'm waiting for the second one. But yeah, I'm thinking next week, just because we're clearing up a lot of games at this point, is probably starting Fire Emblem Three Houses. Because I have that game, I have the DLC. I have not touched that game at all. But I like Fire Emblem. And it's another game that I can play on my Switch through the capture card. And then I think God of War will get swapped out with Pray for the Gods. Because I do know I want to keep the 4 days a week streaming while I can. I'm just trying to space them out more. What is with the Pokeballs on the bottom of the ground? Alright, Archer, you're good. Let's see, who did we fight fourth? Wait, I know a way of checking that. Let's see, Titan, Starbase, Titan, Starbase. Larry. Larry's who we fought next. Let's see here. If Larry's up next, you're my only one with the fighting type. I also appreciate Nora slowly levitating out of her box. Hippity, hoppity, hippity, hoppity, hippity, hop. Okay. Ricketies, Ortals, Latrell, Magnemite, Meryl, Rickety, Pachirisu. No. Slowpoke! I still gotta evolve a Slowking. Slowking, Scizor, and Palafin are the 3 mons I am missing. And I've never even seen a Palafin, which is why it only says $3.99 instead of $400. Let me up. Oh, did I never go into that cave? Hang on. Free Ultra Ball. What is in the cave? Ooh, a nugget. I will gladly take a nuggie. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about raids right now. Yes. But yeah, I'm thinking we might do Fire Emblem Three Houses on the channel next. Because I was able to pick up... I found a used copy of the game, physical copy of the game, which was nice. Dude, screw Pokemon that use Yawn during raids. Screw people who bring Crydon and Miraidon to Fairy-type raids. Alright? Like, the fact that 5-star raids, you gotta be bringing levels, like, 75 Mons. 6-star raids are supposed to be 80 plus, and then the Charizards are supposed to be 100. Like, good lord, because Charizard raids right now are 7 stars. Which, if you miss out on the Charizard event, I think you have another 2 weeks and then it'll repeat. And then we're supposed to get events for raids with Tyranitar and Salamence sometime in the near future. Because that's the thing, I don't have Mons set up for raids or anything like that yet. That's why I haven't done a lot of raids, it's just because I don't have the Mons properly set up for them. Because they do want you to have, like, perfectly trained and perfect IV Mons, which is just a lot. Zangoose. Ooh. A piece of candy. Or some Pokedolls. I'll take that. Tittle, Axew, Grumpigs, Mudbraze, Ninja Cricket, or I guess Grasshopper. Deerling. Citadel! Man, I wanted my Cetitan to be so much better than what it was. So I ended up grabbing Braxcalibur. Oh! I'm sorry, I didn't know you guys were right there. Ooh. Ooh, pieces of candy. Okay. Little Mudbray. Axew, Cricket, Greedent and Swivette, Lady Gaga. I know it's like a Sparta or something like that, but just, it looks like it was inspired by Lady Gaga, alright? It's wannabe pop singer Ostrich. Hi, Spoinks. Still landed on one. We don't need to murder the spoink, Nora. Ooh, more XP candy. Come on. Hi, Houndstone. Pretty sure you were a Citadel not until 2 seconds before I actually landed on that ledge. I love how massive this map is. I'm still finding areas I haven't technically touched on this map. And I love that fact so much. Whoop. Is there... There's not... Hi, goats. I'm mostly surprised I haven't seen a shiny one of you guys pop up yet. As often as I see groups of goats. Ooh, Stealth Rock. See what I mean? Areas I haven't been yet. Because, like, my biggest fear was that once you got the mobility, that the map was going to feel a lot smaller. Which, it does feel smaller to some extent, but then you start running around it, trying to find, like, you know, all the hidden caves and stuff, and you're like, never mind, this map's still freaking huge. Regardless if I can look at a mountain and go straight up its side. Okay. I do appreciate being able to just eat myself off of cliffs, though. And touchdown. Be polite, don't ride the Pokemon through the doorway. Even though I really want to. Hi, Larry. Actually, I'm your appointment today. This is absolutely something she'd do. No, I understand everything, I assure you. Of course, it's no problem. Wait, are you gonna be flying type, or are you gonna be normal type? Well, you see, if I do this for her, she's gonna help us put on a tournament at school. Whatever floats your boat, I suppose. I never let myself get roped in like that. Let's knock this task off our list. No use to wasting time, shall we? Larry is a very tired businessman. With 3 jobs, apparently. You already faced me during the elite test, so I doubt this will leave much of an impression on you. Use my regular team. Okay, so it's normal type team. Normal as in plain, average, unremarkable, run-of-the-mill. I'm pretty fond of them, you know? They suit me perfectly. I'm about as ordinary as you can get. Dude, you're working 3 jobs as far as we can tell in this universe. You're a businessman, you're a gym leader, and you're an Elite Four member. Which it's funny, because we know for a fact that one of the gym leaders used to be, one of the former gym leaders is now one of our teachers, Miss Time. She teaches the math course. So I almost wonder if Larry was always an Elite Four member, and then whenever Miss Time retired from being a gym leader and her sister Rhyme took over the gym, I wonder if they had to pull Larry in from the Elite Four as a gym leader, but they didn't have anyone to take his spot. Because again, as far as we can tell in Paldea, being a gym leader / Elite Four member is a part-time gig, or a seasonal gig, as best we can discern. Which explains all the gym leaders having another job. And it would make sense that the one job you couldn't have as well as... Thank you for the resubscribe, Casual. You're welcome. You missed the bot that we had to ban earlier, Casual. I finally got to use the ban hammer button. No, it wasn't Nink. I'm pretty sure she's not a bot. Just saying. I'm just sure her internet's suffering today, though. So Braviary is gonna go normal typing, but it's gonna have flying to discount. Well, it's gonna have flying moves. Oh, I don't care. I'm just gonna squish it with the hammer. Ah, random taffy. Thank you, Casual. Let's see if I can tell which one it is. Looks like orange. So it may also be mango. It is one color. What the heck? The Stream Elements one now works? Okay. Didn't update, though. It's mango.
Pikachu!
Now try tackle. Don't you dare use yawn. Still back my health.
Eva!
I found an Eevee, so I had to update Pikachu. Nora fell asleep, not dip. And all the Cyndaquils ever. Fun fact, so for anyone who was wanting to use VTuber Plus off of Steam, they're no longer supporting it on Steam as of December 1st, which is why I had to fix everything before I went live tonight. I'm on my phone, I can't type that. Quick, Sag. But anyway. So, they're now doing it through itch.io. Or itch.io. So I had to go ahead and take everything from the workshop and all that and import it into the itch.io version of VTuber Plus. Yeah, so they're not doing it on Steam anymore. They're doing it through itch.io. And I guess it's because it makes it easier for updates. I don't fully know. But don't worry, if you did buy it through Steam, they do provide you a free key that you have, I think, like 30 or 60 days to claim for the itch.io copy. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure why they switched over. I just know they switched over because I went to launch it and it's like, hey, by the way, this is no longer supported, so it won't be updated on this version anymore. I'm like, well, that's a problem. There's still bugs. This poor man. He's got to be tired of seeing me at this point. Won't catch me doing it. You say that like half your team wasn't a bird already. Probably. I just know in order to keep the updates rolling in, I have to go through the itch.io version of it now. Still a little sniffly. Okay, so that takes care of Larry. Who was number 6? Okay. No. Map. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, so 9. Oh, okay. We just went over to the water gym. Thank you for the hydrate, Archer. I don't think I've ever seen you heal your Pokemons. Listen, auto heal's a thing, and my ooh shininess makes sure I am never out of healing items. Alright? The RPG adventurer in me is like, ooh, an item, pick it up. Also, I figured out what the Terra Shards are for. So, the gym we were just at, if you go into that restaurant and talk to the chef, and you have 50 Terra Shards of a single type, you can change any Pokemon's type to, or their Terra type to that type. So, like, I could change somebody to a Rock Terra type right now if I wanted to, or a Dragon. Nuzlocke Violet when? When I decide to torture myself, because I'm gonna have to plan that out very carefully. And there's a ton of new rules because of the overworld mons. Now, there are certain things that events that hand you 50 shards. You can get 50 rock for free. You can get 50 dragon for free by doing classes with a prospective teacher. Math and art. You can get 50 more for normal just by talking to the chef for the first time after you've beaten Larry. Other than that, I do not know, beyond doing 5 and 6 star raids, well, 4 star and up raids, I should say, you can get shards, but you're going to get anywhere from 1 to 3 shards a raid. Yeah, $20, it says you start the Nuzlocke. No, tomorrow's God of War. Slacking. Tomorrow we're doing, like, the cleanup for God of War with side quests and, like, the freeing of the Valkyries and stuff. I have a schedule now. Hi, Vigoroth. Tomorrow's God of War. Wednesday we're off. Thursday and Friday are both going to be Genshin. I'll be taking the $20. Oh, goodness gracious, you two. Whee! You have arrived. Okay, so, yeah. Haven't saved in a hot minute, so we save. I've yet to have the game crash, but I have autosave turned off, so. Do not make me go to another auction house. It's like yesterday we were out collecting your badges, now look at you. Already champion. I'll take one of those fish Pokemon that completely changes shape, and its name is as it evolves. Archer! Archer, what are you doing? Archer! Oh my goodness, thank you! Thanks for my tip, my mans. Thank you so much, Archer. I was confused for a second. Welcome. And there goes Casual with the emotes. Oh, why is the black kitty not dancing? I thought it was supposed to be dancing. We older folk tend to prefer the latter, of course, but this old man himself finds that a bit dull. The river flows into the ocean, that water then climbs up to the clouds and becomes rain. Okay, so you're number 6. No, it's kitty butt? Okay, I thought it was supposed to, like, have the tail, like, going around in a circle. I really wish this thing was an alternate evolution for, what is it? The Barracuda line. So, no, I haven't used that command blast. I still need to name the bird. Oh, wait, no. We're good. Bellabur! Interesting. Name it Burb. I have like 3 team members that I have yet to go ahead and name. I need to resist the urge to name Excalibur Godzilla. Klotzer. I wonder... Fuck. Yeah, they won't let me name it that. I wonder if in Violet if he uses the other version exclusive. Because the Klotzer line is exclusive to Violet, and... what is it? It's not Finian. Skelp and Dragalage are exclusive to Scarlet. Okay, so that's not your ace. You're good, Archer. Good luck, Archer. Okay, so Crabominal, but he's gonna make it a water type, so I don't think it matters. Because it'll count as a water type until the Terra Stone's knocked off of it. Think outside the crab trap. It's still a crab. If anything, you're making it more crab-like by making it want water again. Want water. Good lord, I can talk. I swear. Da 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 da. Again, I wish it would start off as a water type Mon. Because they're using the gimmick casual, so the music goes hard. Well, not necessarily hard, it goes extra. It went hard for Dynamaxing. Let's see, I have what, Psychic next? Because it went Psychic, Ghost, Ice, yeah. So that means Baxcalibur gets to be up front. Auto heal. Whoops. That button. So now we go. Gotta go way down to the bottom corner of the map. Which it's funny, because a lot of the ghost types spawn around that city. Oh. You're next. Eh. Please, let me leave. Let me get out of the range of the city so I have more than 10 frames a second. Whee! Okay. Oh no. Come on. Alright, Casual, you're good. Don't let them work you too hard. Glide, my precious. That's a normal type gem. Or Terra raid. What be you? Hariyama. Why are you freaking out? Okay. Sorry. Mini monitor was freaking out. I was like, oh no. Please tell me things aren't breaking. Too late? I mean, you've got this week, which is supposed to be a chill week, for the most part, and then you're off starting next week, aren't you? Or is it the week after next? I know you got your holiday break coming up soon. Dire hit. Nope. You're not one of the 3 I'm missing. Wee. Yeet. Skidoo. And right about now is where we stop gliding and start plummeting, because for some odd reason they had to limit our range of glide capability. And you just plummet randomly. Choodle, Weasel. More Skidoo. Skidoo are adorable. Whoops, my bad, my bray. I did not mean to run into you, dude. You can continue to live for now. Revive. Whee! Almost slid down that mountainside, and that would have not been fun. Oh, come on, let me make it to the cliff before I plummet. Thank you. Yes. Makuhitas. I didn't realize single Skidoos could spawn. I thought they always spawned in our little herd. Like that. Rockruff, Rockruff. The fudge did I just run into? Oh, Nimble. I'm sorry, Tiny Cricket. You are tiny and therefore very difficult to see. Because true to size modeling. Yes, I know I'm supposed to go through the mountain. However, turning Koraidon into the Skyrim horse means I go over the mountain. Because why not? Really? Here we go. Gimme go, gimme go. Golden Edge. Good goats! Oh! Grievered. I feel like I should have known you guys could spawn over here, but I'm usually, it's nighttime whenever I'm over here, because I'm looking for a specific ghost at the time. Also, I love this detail, and I don't know if anyone else has noticed it yet. These are the Gen 1 sprites. The original, like, Game Boy sprites. See? Pidgey. Because it used to just be based upon body type. They didn't have individualized sprites at the time, because obviously the Gen 1 games were a mess, much like this one. I feel like I would have picked up that bulk up before. It's fine. I can't tell if the TMs respawn. I know, like, the actual items respawn. Hello. Hi, Tulip. I don't know what you mean by bewitching aura. Like, Greta just seems... I don't know. Greta gave me possible villain vibes for the longest time. And then even now, I'm like... I'm not entirely sure. There we go. Rush of an exhilaration before battle. Every cell in my body is humming with excitement. Also, are your little, like, fairy wings battery-powered, solar-powered, like... Are they, like, little perpetual motion machines that when they start moving, they don't really stop? Kind of like how the birds that do the drinking thing based off of temperature. See, because it speeds up randomly. Ooh, Furrygraph. My whale dragon. I'll roll you in my most difficult hands-on course. You're still level 65. Again, my rival battle to actually get the credits to the game was harder than this. Keep current. Yes, I'm weak to fighting, it doesn't matter. Ice Wing. Told you it didn't matter. Okay, so note to self when I go through my Violet playthrough. I need to do this before I do anything else. The Pokedex is really supposed to be the last thing you do, which, I mean, granted, I'm 3 mons away. It's still not technically done. The ostrich is so weird. I mean, to be fair, at least the ostrich looks like a Pokemon that is based off of an ostrich, unlike the flamingo that is just a flamingo that looks like a lawn ornament. Keep current. Because Florges is fairy normally, but it's gonna get the psychic type from Terra typing. Skin cleanse? Okay. Hey, Nink. I saw you trying to stream earlier. Did you figure out what was going on? That's not a bad gym. She's the psychic gym leader. They don't scale the gyms at all after when you come through to beat them up again. They're all like 65, 66. And incidentally, my team is severely overleveled because I've been working on the Pokedex. 3 more Mons and my decks will be done. I switched from Streamlabs to OBS. OBS is better. OBS is really nice. I just wasn't sure what was going on. There's just an Ultra Ball on the ground. It's not quite done yet. That's supposed to be 400. I know exactly which 3 Mons I'm missing. They're just going to be a pain for me to get because they're going to require cooperations of people. Okay, so she's done. So number 7 was the ghost type gym, because I'm doing them in the same order. And George, oh, well, no, it's a double gym. It's a double battle. Crap. Right, that's the doubles gym. So, oh. Change position. There we go. Alright. And now we ride back across the map, because I'm refusing to teleport. Who knows? We may get lucky. Hup. I've only gotten 4 shinies so far, and I haven't evolved any of them. I need to change the ability on my Rockruff so I can get it as a Dusk form, Lycanroc. I think it has to go to ability patch, not through ability capsule. Because capsule works if you have 1, or like you only have 2 options, but I think Rockruff has more than 2. So I think that requires the ability patch for him to get out in tempo. And we start falling. Because there's hard limits to how long we can glide. Hi, Meryl. Meryl! Arcanine. I love Arcanine. It's such a big fluffy puppy. Let me go check this one real quick. Hi, Mareeps. Peachberry. Vespa Queen, nope. You are not one of the missing ones. No, it's a piece of grass. Hello. I have missed a shiny. Sunny day. Okay. Pretty Feather, Fanfies, Nimbles, Great Ball, Rockruff, Skidoo, Mudbray. Come on. There we go. Toad's cool. Agility. Oh! What did I run into? Capsaicin Kid. potion. Manky Fur. Skidoo, Rockruff, Tadbulb. Flittle. Trick Room. Wonder how many TMs I'm missing. I could probably check the TM machine and see what numbers I'm missing, and that would tell me how many. Because we know Terrablast is the last number. Skidoo, Nimble. Little. Mudbray. No, that's how the sun's hitting you. Flower. Rockruff. Swablu. Da, 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 da. Come in. There we go. Mudbray, Swablu. Swablu. Numel. Little Mankey. Freaking Gimme Ghoul. Ooh, XPL. Skidoos. Come on. Ooh. Little baby Axu. To the spicy Axu. Oh. Oh no! No, no, no! I do not wish to enter the crater right now. Run along the top of the crater? Yes. Enter the crater? No. I don't need to go down to Area 0 right now. Thank you, though. Let's see. Falling with style. There we go. Hi, Mudbray. Little Mudbray, Ursaring. Gumchew. Pyroar and the little Litleos. Slowly but surely we will get there. Satotl. Whole pack of Satotls. Y'all are a little far ways down the mountain, aren't you? No, I guess not. There's the snow. Salazar! Salazar? Oh, that's a Greavard. That was not an item for me to pick up. That was a puppy. Stuck in the wall. Middle form of the salt. don't want to find the Gimmighoul. I can hear it. I don't think I want to find it, though. Hi, Rufflet. Honey, no. You have so much to live for. Don't go challenging the person with almost 100 mons. Well, it was in that bush. It's fine. I don't really need the Gimmighoul coins. I've already evolved my Gimmighoul. Which Gimmighoul? A randomly shiny locked Pokemon, because you can't find them shiny in the wild. In chest form, and you can't breed them because they don't have a gender. They be non-binary, so... Up the mountain, please. We're so close. Bergmite. Snovers, Bergmite. Greavard. Great Ball. Apparently I'm near an outbreak. Yeah, I'm not worried about Magnetons. Nope. Not a mon I need. Delibird. Love that Delibird is in Scarlet, but Iron Bundle is in Violet. Sorry if I'm yawning. I was running errands most of today. None of the Greavers are shiny. It's such a cool gate coming into this town. I love Montevera. It's a pretty little city. Oh. Looks so quaint. I'm not getting into a rap battle with her this time. There we go. Hi, Rhyme. Finally ready for that battle. Gym inspection. Yes. And she sent a rookie champion instead of coming out here herself. I mean... I passed your sister's math class. You aren't the one who struck that nerve. Oh well, I was just thinking I'd like to see you again anyway. That's for she has spikes on her shoes. That's cool. They're like inverted fangs. Okay, so is this one a doubles battle again? You get to be my age, time's passing you by fast. Hun, I'm in my 20s and time flies by. So is it another doubles, or is it a singleton fight? Doubles. Okay, cool. Come on, Ricky, show me you deserve to be called a champion. Okay. So her ace was a Toxtricity, right? Pop the disguise. Bloop. Use Play Rough on George and not Baxcalibur. Oh. I'm a little sad that we don't have like the little dancing doggy DJ this time. It's just a standard battle. Okay, so that's the one that she Terra types and a Spiritomb. Okay. I know she's gonna Terra type the Toxtricity, but I'm not super worried, obviously, because I'm hecka overleveled. Didn't mean to be, it's just how it worked out. Flower Trick. Because the always hit, always crit. Oh, that hurts. George. George, no! Oh, George created himself a poison egg. Okay. George is like, no, no, no. I got this. Like, don't get me wrong. The Terra thing is cool. But at the same time, okay, it takes away all the weaknesses you have of one type. You become a pure type, but then you still get to keep your stab bonuses of your regular typing. So you're like this weird partially up to 3 typed mon. I want a Pokemon game where the gym battles are incredibly hard battles where it's not, oh, I have a type. It's, I have a strong team. I get that we want, like, they want Pokemon for kids, but at the same time, when you look at the requirements for the raids and everything else, it's not very kid-friendly. Alright, Ice is up next, which means Armarouge goes back to the front. And technically, you're right there. Alright, so we have one more gym to revisit, and then that should open up the tournament at school. Ooh, Ghost Terra Shards. Nice. Which, if you do want 50 Terra Shards to change something's Terra type in Melee, the whole thing with that... Come on. If there's Pokemon on the side of the mountain, I should be able to scale up the mountain. You can find them randomly around the map. Obviously, I just found 3. But they're not in a set spawn area as far as we know, and they're pretty random. So getting 50 shards via the map's going to take even longer than trying to do it via the raids. Fair warning. Okay. One more gym. I recognize you. I'm the person doing your gym eval. Welcome back, Archer. We're on to the last gym leader. It's complicated for me. I swear I'm gonna shave that mess of hair off rather than brush it out one of these days. I mean... It hurts. Like, not shaving it hurts. Like, I'm not the person to talk to. I got tired of dealing with my long hair, so I literally run around with a freaking undercut and a short top do. Like, the model's pretty close. I'm considering letting the top grow out long, though, again, because I miss being able to braid it. But that means I have to use more dye to color it. Anyway. Fire! I'm not scared of no bear. Even if it is a polar bear. Aw, we missed. Dude, talk to me when you hit as hard as the Ruin Legendaries. Those things sucked to get last night. Mainly the moose. It's a Titan. So Titan's such a cool Pokemon, man. I wonder if we can get a Pokemon based off of the, what is it? The Greenland Shark? Because the Greenland Shark... Of course he's cool if he's snowball. If he was warm, he would melt. Ah, the puns. It'd be cool, though, to get a, Mon based off of the Greenland Shark, because those are the ones that are mostly blind. But, we found them with moose in their stomach, because moose will dive underwater to eat vegetation. And these guys who are mostly blind, they bump into moose and they consume. Alright, we're gonna switch. Yeah. So it'd be kind of cool. Which, the Greenland Shark goes blind because of a, parasitic relationship they have. There's a parasite that basically, like, attaches itself to their eye and then doesn't detach, so then they go blind. Squish. Let it freeze, let it snow. Which is horrifying to watch. A moose underwater, not the moose being eaten. Something that big should not swim in the bottom of lakes. Yeah, they'll swim in the ocean to get vegetation, too. That's how they end up in the Greenland Shark's stomach. Squish! I love Take a Ton. Just tiny little pig thing. Giant hammer made of Corviknights. Too late, Grusha. I already have a cold. Well, had a cold. I'm almost over it. And there's the Rotom phone. This is Geeta. I'm just gonna assume Nimona gave you my number. Or Penny. Or Arvin. Or even the director. entrance hall. Okay. Let us go heal. And then prep for the tournament. Because we know we're gonna have to refight Gita and refight Nimona. Dun 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 dun. I also love how people don't comprehend that moose are huge until they actually see one. They're like, oh, it's like a deer. And it's like, no, 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 no. This thing is a deer on steroids. Like, moose are not to be messed with. And people constantly underestimate their size and overestimate the stories. It's like, no, 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 no. People are terrified of these things for a reason. They can and will mess up your day. If a moose doesn't like you, it can and will just fight your car because it thought your car looked wrong or something. It's a Sneasel. It's like the first time you see a grizzly bear up close to realize the head is the size of your torso. Yes! The amount of people who do not realize the size of certain animals. Oh, right, Spiritomb spawns right here. I mean, granted, I grew up on a farm, so, like, I'm used to knowing that a cow weighs 2,000 pounds and looks it, or a bull, or that a horse is anywhere from 12 to 1,500 depending on breed, or bigger. Ooh. Liquidation. Nice. So it does not surprise me at all. Another prime example, wolves. Wolves are way bigger than people realize. People are like, oh, it's like the size of a husky. No, no it is not. Farming and hunting animals all my life. Animals are huge, yes. Wolves are way bigger than people realize. Coyotes are, 35 pounds, which that's about the size of an Australian shepherd. Or an Australian cattle dog. Cattle dog. Pigs, when fully grown, are not this cute, adorable animal that everyone thinks they are. They're huge. A pig weighing up to 700 pounds is fairly common if it's a meat pig. Sometimes even more. Skidoos. I have not fought this person yet. Hello, random person, who I'm probably way over leveled for. My wife's family lives in Arkansas and hunts razorback boar. Those are the scariest. Yes! So, I'm in a southern state, and there's an issue in southern states right now with feral hogs. They reproduce obscenely quickly, and they have large litters. And they eat anything and everything. Humans, especially down south, we've gotten rid of their natural predators. So now there's just like an open season bounty on a lot of these feral hogs. And people are like, oh, that's cool. Until they see how big these things get and how smart they are. And they're like, that's terrifying. Because you can't trap them. You can't just use a trap on them. If they think anything's off, they're not getting in that trap. Or they're gonna break the trap. Yep, got a buddy who hunts feral hogs for a living in Texas. It's insane how many they kills and doesn't even make a dent in the population. Exactly! Like, this is why predators are a good thing. It's just like how we reintroduced wolves back to Yellowstone in, 93, I think? Either 93 or 95. And a lot of the people got pissed off up there because the elk herd population went down, because that's how they made their living. They did the hunting tours for elk. And, you know, the elk were so plentiful that they literally had their pick of elk bulls and everything. But the issue was that the elk were overgrazing the basin, and it was causing a lot of damage and destruction to the Yellowstone Basin area, which is why we reintroduced the wolves to the park back in the 90s, was to go ahead and curb the elk population so we could have more biodiversity back within the parks. A lot of people refuse to acknowledge that predators oftentimes are keystone species and that humans can't replace the predators naturally. We either can't hunt fast enough to keep up with them like the feral hogs, or we are too selective in what we want around versus what we need around, and we hurt the biodiversity of it because we think we know best. Sorry, passion part of mine. That's the biology researcher in me talking. We're dealing with urban voters thinking wolves are oh so cute puppies in Wisconsin right now. They're not cute puppies, they're dangerous animals, and I will admit that fact, but they have a reason to be around in society. Not Wisconsin, but Minnesota. The Great Voyagers Lakes. They have a wolf project that manages and tracks their wolf population. Now, granted, those wolves are a lot smaller. They average about 85 pounds on the big end, versus, well, I think Yellowstone's timber wolf population averages close to 150 pounds for size. Unless you're talking about the Molly's pack, and then you're closer to 200 pounds, because that pack hunts freaking bison for a living instead of elk. Because, why not? But the Great Voyagers Park wolves, for their ecosystem, those wolves have learned to hunt beaver and fish, because the deer have become scarce up there. They've also been recorded to eat blueberries as part of their diets in the summer. Yeah, the grays in Minnesota and Wisconsin are far smaller than the timbers of Yellowstone. Yeah. And that's, again, a lot of people go, it's a dog. Wolves are not dogs. Wolves do not have the temperament of a dog. Alright? They are to be treated with respect, but at the same time, it comes down to a lot of the opposition for wolves is farmers. We need farmers, I'll admit that. However, there are lots of great deterrents out there that have proven effective for deterring wolves away from cattle. A lot of the farmers refuse to implement those, especially when they're leasing BLM land, the government-owned land, for grazing. Because that's the issue they have around Yellowstone. Because that's the thing, any predator is going to go for the easy prey. Cows have become insanely docile. And in all reality, the best way of protecting your cattle, if you yourself don't want to sit out there and protect them, get guard donkeys. Donkeys are on site for anything canine. They do not care. My parents have a miniature donkey on their property right now. That sucker weighs maybe 200 pounds on a good day. And he does not care. He will take out coyotes like nobody's business. Which is so funny, because the dude doesn't even stand up to my knee. Ugh. I don't know. It's a weird balance line that we have to learn. And a lot of people refuse to help us learn where the balance line is properly. I think it's one of the reasons I like Pokemon so much. Is just the fact that it's an... ignoring a lot of the lore, looking at the ghost types, it's a lot of harmonious living with wildlife, essentially. Pokemon are wild creatures, which is kind of why I loved Arceus, because they're like, those are wild creatures, they can and will screw you up. And so you being the crazy character who's like, well, the creator of all Pokemon told me to basically go ahead and capture everything and fill out a Pokedex. Alright, Miss Gita. Is it tournament time? Now tell me, what do you think of our entrance hall? Eh. I'll write a report. Okay, yeah, let's just go to my dorm room, I guess. I wish we could have decorated the dorm room more. I mean, I never spent time in here. Don't go visiting my mom. That's weird. I mean, Katie. Impression, it's gonna be Iono. None of the above. Let's see, who did I struggle with the first time around? Probably Rhyme. Probably because double battle. Who's my favorite gym leader? Ooh. Honestly, Rhyme. I like Rhyme the best out of this generations. I thought Grusha was going to be a little bit more, but I already bought one, though. I have a Slowpoke holding one ready to trade. Same thing with my Scyther. It's holding Metal Coat ready to be traded. Then I have to trade back. Okay. Not gonna tell me. Okay, no. I should rest? Oh. I have to sleep. They're like, hey, we're gonna make you use your bed. 1 week later. Thanks to Nemona's pushing and a bit of cooperation from the league, the day finally arrived where the great Pokemon Battle competition could be held. And, yep. I was like, our rival comes barging into our room. The Academy Ace Tournament. Arvin went and said we should call it the School Battle Brawl. And even the head director Clavel got into calling it that. Well, let's see if I'm overleveled for this. Yes, entrance hall because I don't have the sweet Urban Mystica to hand to the dude yet. I have to do grades for that. I'm not looking forward to that. Nope, nope. Okay, remove that. And then we're gonna save real quick. The fact that Nora's almost level 100. You gotta go through the application process with a staffer before you can actually participate in the tournament. Any student or faculty member of the academy may enter. Your opponents will be random, and your only winners will advance to the next round. Opponents will be matched up by lottery, and the lottery is run by the people in charge. That means you'll have no idea who you'll be facing until you meet them on the court. Winners, as I said, will advance to the next round. But lose once and you're knocked out. No more battles for you after that. Okay. Win 4 battles to win it all. Okay. Only person allowed to beat USB. Dude, you're the only person who gives me a challenge half the time. Yes. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Seems everyone is here. Some of you will certainly have heard the happy news. We have a new champion here. Gives me great joy to see one of our students achieve this feat during their time at the Academy. Today's tournament was organized by our Student Council President, Miss Demona, in celebration of our friend's accomplishment. I invite all of you here to seek for yourself the impressive strength of our new champion. Not to mention all the talents of the students claiming the spotlight for the first time today. And of course, superb battle prowess and acumen of our esteemed faculty. Now, without further ado, let the Academy Ace Tournament, our school battle brawl, begin. He's like, screw it, I'm using both names. Oh, we get to fight Arvin? My little champion buddy from the first round? Nah, you got your battle stiff back. It really drove home for me how I need to get stronger. So I've been doing some super special series training with Mabastiff and my team. Arvin is a dork. And I feel so bad for him, because dear lord, this kid's trauma, he's just the walking trauma story. Alright, so what are your levels? Am I over-leveled? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Man, I always feel bad when I'm this over-leveled. Didn't mean to be. Garnackle. Okay, so that one's salt. I'm still weak to ground type, don't be wrong, but he's got water pulse on him. Ooh, right, you're weak to earthquake. Teddy, it's something you're actually faster than. Oh my god. Teddy's like the slowest mod in existence, alright? Does not believe in speed. Toad's cruel. So that one's a ground type. Because it's a mushroom. So derpy lurky. I love, though, that Pokemon went ahead and they did convergent evolution examples with Gen 9. Because that's the whole thing with, like, Wiglet, Wugtrio, Toadstool, and Toadscruel. They look like pre-existing Pokemon. However, they are not related in the fact that... Alright, Teddy's gonna have to switch out. Earth Power's killing me. It's the thing that, like, similar... Or Teddy just cleans up with Poison Point. Or not Poison Point. Poison Jab. Okay, Teddy. You do you, my dude. But it's the fact that they evolve in similar circumstances. Switch Pokemon. Kilowattrel. And the whole point for that being, you know, prime example. If you take a shark and a whale and compare the two, they live in the ocean. However, one is classified as a fish because it's cartilaginous, and one is a mammal because of how it gives birth. And the fact that it nurses its young. similar creatures evolving different ways because of the environment that they're in. These Pokemon have similar and or different environments, and so they evolved in different ways. Scovillian is fire grass. Keep current. So while the Toadstool and Toadstool look, or Toadstool and Toadskruel look really derpy, there's a reason for it. They're based off of mushrooms, whereas you know the Tentacool and the Tentacruel that we're used to are based off of jellyfish. Okay, Mabostiff coming in. Excalibur. So, I don't know, it's interesting that they're taking more actual, like, biology and science kind of into inspiration or justification. Because it's not, you know, regional forms are the same Pokemon who adapted to its environment. That's how we got regional Mons. Woof. Ice Fang. So I remember correctly, he just Terra types him into Dark type still. Being 100% honest when I say this, you need to talk about animals more you're super passionate about and it's fun to listen to. Yeah. So, I have a biology degree, and I wanted to be a field researcher. That was my overall goal, was I wanted to do field research biology. Hi, speakers. And so I do get really passionate about animals and how they work in their environments and things like that. And I don't know, it's kind of that whole thing of, oh, well, people don't like science, which is why I tend to not talk about it as much. I lived! Even though I guaranteed a hit and got crit. You're fine, Excalibur. Just be faster than the dog and you're good. So, like, I have lots of random animal knowledge. And yes, I was the kid who grew up, like, watching Animal Planet a lot of the times because it interested me. And, like, yes, wolves are a passion project, in case you can't tell by the avatar name, as well as the earlier, like, I try to see both sides of the argument for why we need wolves and why people are against them. And where I feel like it comes down to a lot of people either being ignorant about a situation or them not looking at the full picture. Oh, we're fighting Professor Jacques. Okay. I did not expect that one. I have no knowledge about your team. I don't even know if you have a preferred typing. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Because you're, like, a professor. Or you were a professor before you became a biology teacher? Ooh, Arcanine. Please tell me I got to heal. Show me what you got. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we've done Intimidate. I don't have a swap move here. Let's go for Expanding Force. But biology is just kind of a passion of mine. Fun fact, Arcanine is the only true legendary Pokemon. Correct, Archer, because in the Pokedex it is the only one that has the subtyping of legendary in its description. It is literally known as the legendary Pokemon. And that was because originally Arcanine was meant to be our first legendary. That's why it was supposed to be treated as more of a pseudo-legendary in the Gen 1 games. However, they decided to go against that. Which is why we have Growlithe available so early on in the game. Granted, you usually can't evolve your Growlithe until you get a Firestone, but Firestones were readily available, especially by the time you got to Celadon City. And if you didn't get one by Celadon City, you could get one when you got to Blaine's Island, Cinnabar. Lurantis were fine. It knows Fairy-type moves, but it's a Grass-type. Pretty sure. Because I know it's not a bug. kind of like... So, he's always been my favorite because Fire Puppy, yes. My heart has always been torn between Growlithe and Vulpix. I don't remember what's coming out. Kilowatt Truck could come out. And so, like, okay, if you tell me specifically to choose between Arcanine and Ninetales, I will choose Arcanine. If you tell me to choose between the evolutionary lines themselves of Growlithe and Vulpix, it's harder. Because I love Vulpix, don't get me wrong. Ninetales, like, the lore of Ninetales creeps me out, though, because it's based off of a Ninetale Kitsune. Fair. Growly Boy all day. Swalot. Okay, so that one is poison typed. But then again, technically my favorite, it's not a canine, technically, but it is canine shaped, is Absol. I don't know why, I love the fact that Absol was always viewed as a bad luck symbol, and the whole reason it was viewed as a bad luck symbol was because Absol could sense impending disasters, like natural disasters. And Absol tried to be a good boy and warn people about the disasters, but instead he got blamed for them because he'd show up, people wouldn't know what was going on, and then boom, earthquake, or rock slide, or something else happened. And so Absol got the bad rap for it. Good job, Teddy. Show that you are the superior squish. Okay. Farigiraf is psychic typed, so George. George can come out and deal with it. I don't know. I like Pokemon, I like the idea of evolutions of Pokemon and everything, but it's the fact that they have not achieved their highest level yet, dude, so they're still in the team. You're gonna terrestrialize this one, aren't you? Yep. I should remember the gimmick. I just refuse to use it. Oh, okay, well you psychic typed it anyway. Why are you guys Terra typing with your regular type? I get that instead of the stab being 1.5, it's 2 times as effective, but come on, man. Good job, George. You're a good kitty. Okay, so Jacques had a pretty well-rounded team, all things considered. So who's number 3? Because I guarantee you Nemona's... Well, no, she might actually be number 3 because of Geeta. Either that or Geeta's next. Good luck in the coming battles? Poor Jacques. Dude tries. Oh no! It's the battle studies teacher. Okay, well you like fighting type mons. I remember that much because you made us like answer that question like 6 times in class. I know your ace is your Medicham. Alright, so we're set up pretty good. Armarouge is our leader, so... I love Phalanx. I love the fact that it's just 6 little Spartans. And they're like, our leader is the smallest one. Oh, okay. Is it Fighting Tauros, is it Fire Tauros, or is it Water Tauros? Fire Tauros. Oh, okay. I still need to get a hold of a Water Tauros, but I need to get a second Fire one first so I can do a trade across. I still haven't... They are incredibly rare and hard to find. I'm going to assume that this one's the Water Tauros. At least the water ones, in my opinion, stand out a little bit more than the fire ones. I've seen one fire one, and that's it. The water ones at least have a different horn and tail spread. Granted, the fighting one carried like 3 gyms for me, so I can't complain. Yeah. Tauros is a really strong Pokemon. It still boggles my mind that they did not take advantage of having Tauros evolve into Bouffalant. Because in reality, it really should have been Miltank into Tauros into Bouffalant. Just for the sake of having an evolutionary line for the cows. Well, the bovines. Ooh, fun fact, since you're up in Wisconsin, Archer. Hawlucha switch. So, one of your near-ish states, what is it? North Dakota. North and South Dakota this year actually had wild bison reintroduced into their area from the Yellowstone breeding program. And this was in part with the tribes. And they got to have a special ceremony and everything for releasing the bison back in. And this took like 6 years to guarantee that these bison were healthy, that they didn't have any access to the, what's the disease called? There's a bovine disease that if they get it, you have to cull the entire herd and start completely from scratch. Hariyama, we're fine. So, but it's been this huge, long process, and if I remember correctly, they released like 50 bison back out into the wild in the Dakotas for this project. And they're predicting that within 3 years, they're going to have a herd of up to 200 strong, because they're still going to have more bison brought in from the Yellowstone herds, like from those bloodlines. But they're hoping within 5 years that they'll have over 200 wild bison roaming again. Fun fact, the American name for the bison, not the American, the scientific name for bison is just bison. And if you're ever curious what the difference between a buffalo and a bison is, they're technically the same, it was just the settlers didn't understand what a bison was. It's similar to chronic wasting disease, but not quite. Chronic wasting disease is deer and elk, because Montana, Wyoming have elk farms, like they actually raise elk for meat production. And if those get chronic wasting disease, they have to literally cull the entire herd and actually salt the ground. And they can't raise livestock on it for, I think, 5 or 10 years because it's such a prevalent disease because it affects prions. This one is like bruciferous. That's what it's called, bruciferous. And you can pass it from bison to cattle because they're both bovine. And that's why they're super strict about bruciferous, because of the fact of how it ravages dairy and meat cattle like Angus beef. Okay, so Nemona? Yeah. Strong. Oh no! That's a Gita. I was like, oh. Yeah, it's super nasty. Like, don't get me wrong, chronic wasting disease is everywhere, and that one's nasty because it affects prions specifically, and we have no knowledge, really, on how to stop prions from going out of whack once they go out of whack. Which is why a lot of our Department of Wildlife in every state has to carefully track every single issue of chronic wasting disease that they know of, simply because of the fear that it could potentially jump through species boundaries. Just because we already have it transferring through ungulates. But we have it through similar ungulates. So, like, deer can get it, elk can get it, moose can get it. Bruciferous is not chronic wasting disease, but it's very similar, too. There's another one that can get it. Pronghorn. The antelope. Because we have antelope up in Wyoming and stuff. And we have a ton of pronghorn. There's more pronghorn and antelope in Wyoming than there are people living in that state. We're good for an Avalugg. Because what was it? I think 5 years ago we still had 10 states that didn't have any deer with chronic wasting disease, and now it's in every state. And that's why, if you're ever wondering why your deer, or like your Department of Game and Wildlife says, hey, we're not harvesting deer this year, it's because they've had an outbreak of chronic wasting disease, and they can't guarantee that anyone gets any good meat, because no one can eat that meat. It's so decayed at that point. We almost ended up in Wyoming instead of Wisconsin. Kind of wish we would have went there instead. So I've been through Wyoming a couple times driving, and pretty much the areas of Wyoming that I've been through and seen, it's cattle farms. Massive, massive, massive cattle, like thousands of acres of cattle farms with the pronghorn just wherever they please. Beautiful country, don't get me wrong. Love it when we get to drive through there. That's gonna be the only thing that sucks about changing countries, man. Like, I get to explore a new country, and I was so excited that I get to explore that country and multiple other countries, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I'm gonna miss the national parks in the US, because that's one thing I love is our national parks. We're good for a good goat. I still want to go back to Yellowstone, and the only reason, like, I've been to Yellowstone once, but we did South Yellowstone and, like, the middle, because, like, Yellowstone has the 3 main roads. I don't even think I could leave the US. Too much here to explore. Exactly! So, like, Yellowstone, we did the South Road, which is, like, where the Old Faithful and the Prismatic Geysers and all those are. And then we did through the middle, which is where the lakes and everything are. We didn't do the Northern Road, though, and I really wish we had. Which was funny, because we had gone in June, and the day after we left, they ended up with, like, 6 more inches of snow throughout the entire park. But it was beautiful the whole time we were there. It was amazing. And then, like, I've done Craters of the Moon in Idaho, and Garden of the Gods in Colorado, which is technically a state park, but it's still beautiful. Let's see, that's a poison rock type, so we're gonna switch. And George, you're at a disadvantage. Excalibur is not, though. Nora is level 99, dear lord. Nora is almost a level 100 Pokemon. Without a single candy fed to her. Excalibur is the only one in the team who's been fed candies. That's just because he was like 20 levels behind. Is this your ace this time? Or do you have another one? This is your ace. Oh, it's a level 70. I'm gonna go into Ice Fang and hope you put this towards a rock type. But let's see, I've been Guard of the Gods. I've been to the Grand Canyon multiple times. I think I've stood on every rim of the Grand Canyon except for the northern rim, which I could be wrong on that, and I could have done all of them. Okay, so you're gonna scatter spikes, that's fine. I have not been to the East Coast a lot, so I haven't done a whole lot of East Coast. Glaive Rush will do more damage. As long as I KO it, I'm fine. There we go. I haven't done a lot of East Coast stuff. I've been out to the East Coast once, and I was really young then, so we didn't do a lot of national parks. I have been out to the White Sands of New Mexico. Beautiful. Highly recommend. It is fine like talcum powder, so you will end up with sand everywhere. Which, fun fact, what was it? 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago. They found an undiscovered cavern underneath the White Sands in New Mexico. Had never been seen by human eyes up until that point, as far as we can tell. Has been forming for some 7,000 years or something like that, is what they dated it. Has a little pool in it and everything. I'm really sad I didn't get to fight Nimona in that. So, do with that knowledge what you will. I've been up in the White Mountains of Arizona. Gorgeous. It's hilarious when you go from the valley, which is 110 degrees in the shade, up into the White Mountains where it's 70 degrees. It's beautiful, though. The area up around Flagstaff is also beautiful. Let's see. I've been to, like, over half of the states in the US, but we haven't, like, explored a whole lot, because we were always, like, hauling around horses and stuff like that. That's cool. But, I have been in the Atlantic Ocean. I have seen the Pacific Ocean. I have not swam in that one, though. We did not have time. I've been to almost every state east of the Rockies. Yeah, see, those are a lot of states I haven't been to. Let's see. What's another one that I've... East Coast states was Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, obviously DC, Philadelphia, oh, not Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And that pretty much does my East Coast. School Battle Brawl. Sporty Cat Pokemon League. So if you win the tournament, you get a hat. But if you feel like entering the tournament again, just talk to the staffer. Huh. Interesting. Hey, our phone's ringing. He's calling me now. Oh, Jacques. Highly difficult terror raids are cropping up all over the place. We're getting report after report. Okay. So it's just them unlocking the 5 and up raids. Well, 6 and up raids, I should say. Okay. Let's see. Other than that, because we flew over there, which is the only reason why I don't have the states in between. I've been... Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, California, Wyoming, Colorado, Idaho, Montana, Ohio. I've been to Indiana once. Save. Okay, so all we have left now is to complete the Pokedex. Trying to think. There's more. Utah. I've been to Utah. Welcome back, Casual. We just won the tournament. Oh, right. I gotta see what the hat looks like. Hat. What is the Pokemon League hat? Oh. Oh, it's just a hat with the symbol on it. There. I have changed hats. It's that kid. Okay, so... do I have any strong raids? There's a Bombardier outbreak. The Magneton outbreak. I don't have any of them glowing today. That's weird. Ghastly outbreak. Puh. I think I already checked this one, but eh. Oh, wrong button. Let's see, it's what, 9:30? Alright, I'll run around, I'll check a few raid dens, see if there's anything worth doing, and then we'll probably call it a night. Just because I have to be up early. Right, I have to leave the city. I should really go through the gate like a normal human being. I just forget that this is the one place where a loading screen, well, one of two places where a loading screen exists. So apparently there was supposed to be a patch where there was music playing here, and I did the patch update, but I still don't have music here. So I don't know what they did or didn't do, but... There's supposed to be music playing there. There's supposed to be, like, different music playing in the, Elite Four battles. Which explains a lot. Ducky. Dedenne. This is how I've spent my time, by the way, trying to fill the Pokedex with random Pokemon, if they weren't version exclusive, is me running around checking raid dens to see if the Mon I need is in the raid den. I got 4 that way. It was just because I could not, for the life of me, get them to spawn in their area, because, like, 1% spawn rates are a pain, even with sandwiches. Little skidoos. Considering Nintendo was always release it when it's done company and now they're doing release when we say so, no surprise the game quality is sucky. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Hi, Nimble. Listen. Listen. I mean, I could always eat a sandwich for dragon Pokemon spawning and then go down into Area 0 and see if I could get the Roaring Moon as a shiny. I can't make any sparkling power sandwiches, though, because I don't have that much Herba Mystica, but, you know. Do it? Alright. Well, as soon as I stop running into tiny Pokemon that I don't see until I hit them. Blended with the grass. Let me check this raid den real quick. Because the problem with Area 0, you can't make, you can't do picnics down there. Ah, yeah, I already checked that one. Okay, map. This way. So I have to fly it to Medi East, get right outside of Zero Gate, picnic, make the sandwich, and then run down into the area I need, because I'll have 30 minutes of sandwich power. And I've yet to get a shiny down in there. Like, I've yet to get any Paradox shinies. Which is honestly insane with as much time as I've spent down there. Okay, so if we're doing that, Teddy, you take the front slot because of your yawn. And... Nope, nope. Set as a destination. I'd really like a shiny Roaring Moon or a shining Great Tusk. Hi, Voltorb. Just because those are some of my favorite Paradoxes right now. Mr. Arabia's. Okay, so... Picnic. Because I'm on flat, open ground. So Paradoxes are what happens when you get to late game Archer. So for you, you have the future Paradoxes. So yours are all, like, irony and futuristic looking. Mine are all ancient Paradoxes, so they're from the past. So they're all, like, crazy and wild looking. Okay, so make a sandwich. Okay, so I need Encounter Power Dragon. Fire. I could look up a recipe, but I mean, there's a million different ones floating around right now. I should... That's catching Power Dragon. XP point Power Dragon. Ah, encounter power level 2. There we go. Okay, so the picks, by the way, have no bearing on your sandwich. Okay, so tomato. Ah, that's a little forward. I'm always forward with the middle one. Smoked filet. Let's get you over a little bit more so there's room in the middle. Avocado. There we go. If you have to stack a sandwich really high for some reason, you can just leave the top bread off, like just drop it directly on the table so it doesn't knock everything off. Because if you have items that get knocked off or disappeared, you end up with a weaker sandwich. But this should cause more dragons to spawn. Technically, I should have gone Dragon Dark for exactly Roaring Moon, but it's fine. I mean, I have XP off of Dark, so... Okay. So now that we've had that, we're gonna pack up and go. If you hit right on your D-pad after you consume a sandwich, it'll tell you what your timer is and what your active meal powers are. Fair warning, so all Paradox Pokemon, regardless of which version of the game they're from, are gender neutral. They don't have a gender, so you can't breed them. So Research Station 3. Because there's one cave and one cave only where these guys spawn. And it took me forever to find it. Which is funny, because I've spent a lot of time down in there farming Chanseys, because level 55 Chansey spawns down there a lot. So you come out of Research Station 3, you go to the left towards this tree. Hi, Chansey. Girafarig, Screamtail. Or as everyone likes to call her, Ariana Grande. And as you get near this tree, hook it towards the left. There's this little hidden path right here, or you can yeet yourself over the rocks. And you go down in here. The other thing we're getting a ton of is Zweilous, so. Yeah, these guys. Hi, Roaring Moon. You're not a flying type. I am, however, slower. I might just put Nora back up front. Or back to Caliber. God, there's so many of them. I've never seen this many before. Alright, Nora, until you hit level 100, you can be our main murderer. You don't have to fight them. This isn't like Sword and Shield where you get a bonus for having defeated so many mons in the capturing. I'm just like doing it because it's XP. And my team's not level 100 yet. Hi, come here. Come here. Big Bad Bax has been my Chansey killing king. Yep. No. Mine's been Nora. Nora KOs lots of Chanseys with Rock Smash. Alright, so we're gonna ride forward into the cave. Pause. Oh, I get Gibbles in here now. Okay. There's a Roaring Moon. Hello. My only complaint about this cave is the number of Pokemon I have that spawn inside the damn walls. You have a boosted energy? With photosynthesis. Yeah, see, your attack doesn't matter. Because I'm faster. Fun note, the Paradox Pokemon are the only ones that don't drop materials. Get down here. I need to have a conversation with you. Eh. Okay. Which we think there's a good chance that they're gonna do something else with this cave because of this little, like, symbol on the ground. Oh, there's one. You are not sparkly. Therefore, you must go away. You can also just ride around in the area and cause mons to spawn and despawn to try to get more shiny spawns that way. You don't have to murder them. I'm just choosing to do so. This is a cave of violence. As well as Chansey. Golduck. Anyone? Espeon Lycanroc. Where's Willis? Maybe he's in the cave. No, I don't have one in the water? Interesting. It's usually where you guys go. Float Souls. And of course the Greavards. As well as... There's one. Oi! Tommy Boy. Years ago. Haven't seen it in a long time though, so I vaguely remember that one. Oh, come on. Greavard. Honey, no. Gibble. Do not go on the ground, you giant lizard. I'm gonna say don't go in the sky, you giant lizard. You were already on the ground. I will admit, these guys are not great for, raids, but... Yeah, it's okay. Sadly, a lot of my older movies that I know the antidotes for are, like, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Monty Python and the Holy Grail... Oh god, what's another one? Haven't seen Blazing Saddles in a while. Seen it a couple times, though. It was always a weird movie to watch growing up. Dead, Chansey! I would have left you alone! You've chosen this. Do not get in the way of my hammer! Oi! Oi, oi, oi! Get back here! Stupid gliding one. There's one in the wall! I told you there was one in the wall. Like, I don't know what it is. This cave just loves spawning Pokemon in the walls. Is it still in the wall? It's apparently disappeared from the wall. Nope, no, it's still in the wall. I see its tail. Fight me. Fight me, Wolmon. You are not what I was throwing at! Oh, great mysterious wall of randomness. Alright. Okay, nope. Get back to your ball. Well, at least I know that one wasn't a shiny, but still. The amount of random Pokemon. In Tommy's hometown of Sandusky, Ohio is actually the town I grew up and lived in for a few years ago when my wife and I moved to Wisconsin. Ah, okay. Hey, Nora's level 100. Alright, Excalibur! Really liking rock? Really? We get that you're insane. But leave me alone. And you. Ooh, good job, Excalibur. So many Willis. Yeah, so this cave for you, Archer, with Violet, I think spawns Iron Valiant and Iron Julius. Come here. Oh no, that one despawned. Yep, that one despawned. I swear the spawn rate around the player character is very small in certain areas. And a lot of Pokemon will just wander right out that edge and then just, nope. Iron Julius sounds like a drink at Orange Julius. Yeah. Oh, hello. Thank you for spawning right next to me. Let me get through this one and I'll show you what Iron Julius looks like because, again, I have a mostly completed dex. I'll have to hop into one of the other Discord servers and see if anyone can do the trades for me tomorrow or something. Okay, I see you two, just... This works. It's not the right button, but it works. So... Iron Valiant. Roaring Moon, as you've seen. Iron Thorns, Iron Moth, Iron... I think it's Julius. It might be Jigulus? And I know there's a Spanish pronunciation in there. I don't know why I'm battling them one at a time. Because they get more... Okay, so fun fact, if you do auto battles, you get way less XP than if you fight them one-on-one. Which is why I'm in the habit of being in this cave and fighting everything. There was another one over here. Looks like it despawned again. Get it. Yeah, see, I'm only getting 700 instead of 2,000. We'll do this. It's a lot faster. Yeah, as well as snow. Okay. I have to beat up some of the Zwillis, though, because they are taking over the cave spawns. Oh, George at 92. Nice. Oh, Fluttermane spawned in. I'm surprised with me having the dragon power going. I mean, I do have technically dark experience. So many roaring moons. This is amazing. This would only be better if I'd had, like... Come on, it's not a shiny. I know it's not. Crap. Believe me, it'll be very obvious when it's a shiny. No! It's this hell. Let me out. This is the only problem when you get surrounded by all of the Mons. You will run away from a battle or get done with a battle and end up in another one immediately. Go. Sneasel. You didn't even let it finish knocking out this Willis. Okay, this one I'm fine with. And because... Sneasel going after that booty. Sneasel gonna Sneasel, but dear lord. Like, I have a mission. And it's to cause a mini outbreak of Paradox mods. Get that one. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Like, you can do it. It's right there. I promise. Only way I could have done this better is if I'd had a power 3 dragon summoning. No, no, no! Come on, buddy. Get him. No, no, no. What are you doing? Get the... Ah! Okay, that's not how I wanted that to go, but it kind of worked. Hello. I love the size difference too, like, because you can see the roaring moons that are slightly smaller, and then you can see the big roaring moon, and you're like, oh yeah. Okay, another flutter mane. Come on. We have a job, and that's to KO the dragons. So we can have more dragons. Dragoons. Get it? It's not a shiny. Don't act all confused. Get that one. Please, before it charges me. Come on, my guy. Leave me alone. Thanks, Willis. You can spawn in any cave. Why? It's a less than ideal outbreak. That's what these are, basically. That's why the massive outbreaks are so big. Wait, that one. I guess I should swap Nora out for another Mon that I need to level or raise up. I need to raise up a Darkspawn. That's what I need to raise up for the Charizard raid. Okay, hang on. 1 second. Okay, box 16, which is my shinies. I need... load. Darkspawn's gonna be relatively early. Or should be. Let's see here. Where you at, puppy? There he is, box 3. Time for you to power level. Well, not necessarily power level, but you know what I mean. Get that thing. There's another one. Come on. Bread Dog, the most gluten boy there is. Yes. So if you want to do the 7-star Charizard raids, having a level 100 Darkspawn for the raid is actually a really good idea. Simply for the fact that you can use him as a support role, and the only move that really damages him is Hurricane. Because the Well-Baked ability means he's immune to fire damage. Fairy typing makes him immune to dragon damage. Wait. So the only move that Charizard knows in these raids that can damage your Darkspawn is Hurricane, which has a 70% chance of hitting. If you want to be able to terrestrialize your Pokemon quickly, having a level 100 Darkspawn with the move Snarl, you can use Snarl to go ahead and lower... What's my time? 7 minutes. Defense while dealing attack damage so you can terrestrialize early. Because I think you have to try, like, hit 5 attacking moves in order to terrestrialize your Pokemon. A lot of people are using the huge power Azumarill with Belly Drum. The issue with this right now, however, is that there is a bug where if you use Azumarill's Belly Drum and then play Rough ability and it has huge power, it glitches out the health of the Charizard, and the Charizard will continue to regenerate health because there is an anti-one-shot built into these raids, much like in Sword and Shield, where if a Pokemon would be one-shotted and it's a high-level raid, it gets like half its health back, and then the shields. So fair warning on that. I'm looking for more. Well, he just murdered one. Noted. I didn't see it, but he murdered it. The shield's not breaking correctly is really starting to anger you. Yes. So I'm having issues where, like, it can't process everything it's supposed to when it needs to. And so I'll sit there for, like, 2 minutes just not able to do anything. And then the timer obviously runs out because what's supposed to be a 5-minute timer ends up being a 2.5-minute timer. There's something in the wall. I'm assuming it's a Golduck. So they need to do a lot of fixing with the Terra raids, especially the higher level raids, because if people aren't one-shotting it, essentially, they are not able to beat it. And a lot of it comes down to people wanting to get into these raids and either flex a shiny that they have, or they want to use Miraidon and Koraidon, which the box legendaries are not good for most of these raids. They are good for some of these raids, they are not good for a lot of them, though. Don't take them into a Fairy-type Terra raid. Don't take them into a Dragon-type Terra raid. They're not going to win. They're not going to survive. Iron Hands is really good in raids right now. Azumarill's pretty good to have. Darkspon's a viable support, but so is Vevaroom, because it's tanky. Because if you're going to do supporting role and you're going to focus on cheering and using moves to support your allies and help the damage buff, or, you know, what have you, you need a tanky mon to survive the raid. Whether it's a situational tanky mon like Darkspun or, you know, something of that. People need to start paying attention to what is required in these raids. I also think Pokemon needs to come out with a feature where you can just kick somebody if they pop in and instant lock something that's not going to do well in the raid period. Like, I hate to be mean like that, but I don't want to try the same raid 7 times because somebody refuses to not use a mon that's just obviously not going to be good in the raid. Because basically with Terra raids, you need to do damage of the Terra type, like, against the Terra type that's super effective, but you also have to factor in that the original types that mon is, it's gonna have those types of moves. And it's gonna have a move that's stab with its Terra type if it doesn't match up. Terra type stab moves have a ×2 effectiveness. Normal stab moves are 1.5. If the Terra type does not normally match what the Pokemon is, it's a 1.5 effectiveness. Nose Willis, leave me alone. The raids aren't super hard per se, they do require you to think. And the internet connectivity to those raids, like, the servers need to be heavily fixed, because, dear lord, taking 2 minutes to load while letting my timer go down is insane. Nope, they pour on in a Flutter Mane. He's just doing a murder, ain't he? I have 2 minutes left. Yeah, let's see if I can get a couple more Roaring Moons to spawn in. Definitely till the sandwich is wearing off, though, because I'm getting more normal types, or not normal types, but more typical spawns in this cave. Chansey. There's one. Okay, I was gonna say, are you gonna fight him or not? You level 90 for you. Get him. Thank you. Not the Fluttermane. Not the Dark type fairy, please. And yes, certain areas in the caves, if you come in here in Area 0, you'll notice that they'll start slowing down on spawns, and it's because you need to move over slightly and get into a new spawn zone. This cave essentially has 4. It has the water, it has this main entrance slash tunnel area, it's got the big center zone, and then it's got the other ramp. So see, I'm getting more chances again. Hi, Sableye. Leave me alone. Let's see, I got 3 more right here. None of them are shiny, though. Every time I see those teal ears, I'm like, wait, is that the shiny? And then I'm like, no, 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 the body's teal, not the ears on that one. Swellis, leave me alone. I have a few seconds left. So I might get 1 or 2 more to spawn in. Probably none, though. Oh, I got 1 last one to spawn in. Normally when you come into this cave area, you might see 1 or 2 of them in here. The sandwich really had a ton, though. Ah! Yeah, unlocking the chance he's unconscious via auto battle is just never worth it. Get the Fluttermane. Oh, got 1 more. So, 30 minutes of sandwich, not bad. That sandwich didn't require any rare ingredients. I know a lot of people with their Herba Mysticas, what they'll do is they'll save right before they make the sandwich. If they don't get the shiny off of it, then they'll go ahead and close and reset the file so they still have the Herba Mystica, because getting them to drop from certain raids is a pain. Because not only does it have to be a 6-star raid, it has to be a very specific 6-star raid to get certain Herba Mysticas. And then they have 6-star raids that just don't. They don't have any drop rate for Herba Mystica. You can also get it off a 5-star raid, but it's very rare. It's 10% drop rate off a 5-star raid and a 20% drop rate off of a 6-star raid. Okay, so we're gonna save here. That's gonna be it for us tonight. So thank you for everyone who popped in. Thank you for the tip. Thank you for the sub tonight. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow night at the same time with God of War. And I'm going to keep posting the schedule. I'm going to be experimenting with times and everything just because, like I said, my schedule is getting a little bit hectic because we're getting closer to move time. And I'm going to try to have a lot of content leading up to that because I know it's going to be probably, 2 weeks at least, if not longer, before I can get set back up and streaming again. So, have a good night, everybody. And remember, eat, stretch, drink water. If it's warm and it's a good day, go for like a walk around the block or something. But try to take care of yourselves, okay? Have a good night, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.